look up, gotta look up, gotta look up. Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of
Feel it real fun for we on the 14th of July, 2023.
You know, like they were saying at the pool the other day, the year's over, halfway over.
More than.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that people say that aren't doing shit. You know what I mean? Like, or they're just killing time. Where did it go?
Yeah.
Right? It's what can I do today? It's such a very different attitude and all.
It is.
Let's go there too.
Okay, and it's your manifesting questions answered live.
Neville Made Easy.
Yes.
I don't know.
So go to easymanifestingmethods.com.
Okay.
Go there, sign up, do what 20 says.
That's right. Alma, Andrew, welcome to the show. When you sign up for the free emails at easymanifestingmethods.com, you got to click the confirmation link that we send you in an email. It says, hey, it's us. Do you really want our shit? And if you go, I don't trust the internets, right, you're not going to get it.
Yes.
Right? And that also says something about your state, not mine. Beth, you're not like the rest.
Join your 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right, Dr. Brian.
90-day adventure.
He has been writing the most awesome updates, him and Ashley.
Oh, right? Lovely.
So it's really cool, and I'll pick on you guys publicly because Ashley did it first, and then she brought in Dr. Brian. And now it's like, and now they're both Mod Squad members and stuff, and they just put up the coolest posts. So it's like, it's in their Remarkables, and it's just cool, man. Like, this is my world. And Victoria, Lacey Ann LaRock, and Joe Weldon are here. Yes.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. Go there, do that. Watch a lot of episodes. Beth, by the way, is probably my number one commenter.
Really?
Just letting you know.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, you used to do that. You used to put up a snapshot of who'd done the most comments or...
Yeah. Facebook
mean?
used to be
Ages
friendly.
ago.
Yeah, give us stuff
now,
like that
it?
now, yeah. I always go, hey, this is working. Let's take it away.
Yeah.
Poppy, welcome
Like
to the
the
show.
tags.
Yeah, this works.
Okay.
It helps people. Let's take it away.
Let me just check if we've got... we've got, yes.
Questions.
Titles for each question. I was just checking.
I got to tell you, I just love you, Victoria. Happy loving teacher and happy loving husband both. The state makes me put titles in things. Because otherwise, happy loving Victoria doesn't exist. Triple D, Dontario. I am Dontario. I live in Ontario.
Okay.
That's right.
So we're going to start... we're going
Look
to
at
start with
right.
our first question.
From
Dream Driven Day, Dontario.
Dream Driven Day, Dontario.
Suppressing my emotions and manifesting.
This is a really great question, by the way. And it actually shows, too, that you understand that and that this whole pearl thing, right? So,
and Dontario asks, my question is that I did not want to suppress my emotions because I'm not sure if that's healthy for me. How can I revise and honour my emotions at the same time? Yours in truth, Dontario.
all right. He is Dontario. He lives in Ontario. How cool is this, man? You need to make your own shirt. You know what I mean? Q. Nice to see you, baby. Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, ready? I think about the time Brucey cut his paw. Right? We were back there playing ball, and when we play ball, it's a lot of fun. Bruce runs and gets the ball, brings it back. He runs and gets it back. And then he runs, and he gets the ball, and he lays on the ground.
Yeah.
And he's looking at us like I'm bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, that ain't good. Come on, Bruce. Come on, buddy.
Yeah,
He looks bad. He looks like he's just bad. I've been bad, right?
Yeah.
It's like, all right. So I go up, and there's a dog, a ball, and a puddle.
Yeah.
Right? Puddle does not make me happy.
Yeah.
Right? So does happy loving husband and happy loving puppy dad and happy loving teacher have a response? You fucking bet. Right? Something's wrong with my dog. Right? An emotional response shows up. I don't let it take control of me, but I honor it. Right? So instantly it's like, Victoria, let's grab it. So we do the grab and go. Take him into the loo, otherwise known as the bathroom in the United States of America.
The strongest light in there.
And Victoria has these knockdown lights in there, like for interrogation. Like, so you put them in a. Anyway, so let's forget about putting bad guys in chairs and turning on the bright lights and quizzing them, right? Anyway, so we dated a long time ago before we had, and that's another story. Anyway, so we got Bruce in the knockdown lights, and I'm looking to see can I glue it? All right, it's like
How bad is it?
Yeah, yeah. How bad is this? And it's
Yeah.
like this ain't fucking good.
It's going everywhere.
Right. So we've got an emotional response. Right. It's not called happiness. Right. However, I'm imagining playing ball. I'm imagining being a happy, loving puppy dad. I'm imagining her happy. Meanwhile, she also took a course in combat driving decades ago. Right? Imagine that. Right? I took a course in combat driving in the old country. I didn't even know where she took her course in combat driving.
Yeah.
Here, okay, cool. Look at her. Right?
Well, actually, and over there, but
Right.
in a forward
two
drive.
courses in a 2 courses on combat driving. Luke, I am your father. So we go to the what do we call it? The guy. The vet, the emergency vet.
Emergency
and we get
hospital.
the weirdest geeky vet that I've ever fucking met in my entire life.
Yeah.
And this guy proceeds to do the surgery 3 different ways in his head while we're talking to him, and he's looking at the dog, and he's explaining to us how the vein can go here, or the artery can go here, and something else can go there, and which of the 3 options he hopes to do. And I realized this is our guy. Happy, loving puppy dad, even while having an upset, right, manifested up the perfect fucking doctor. And safe passage, right? Meanwhile, it's okay to have an emotion. Here's the cool thing. We talk about buying the pearlpowerpack.com. I know you got that. In pearlpowerpack.com, we explore noticing in what area or aspect of your life have you not bought the pearl. Now, someone who's blaming emotions are the cause, or thinking is the cause, they're going to try to control their emotions. They're going to try to control their thinking. Your thinking and your emotions, your reactions all come from your state. So the state of loving puppy dad, of course, is upset. Dog hurt. Not happy. Right? The state of loving husband also, and loving puppy dad goes, right. I know she's capable. She's driving. Right? I'll run shotgun. Yeah, I'll look for traffic and tell her when to go, go, go. Right? So we do that. We function as a team. So this is really important. When you buy the pearl, you get a negative emotion. Doesn't really matter. It just reveals the state that you're in. The state of loving, happy puppy dad is upset that his dog is going to fucking bleed out. Right? Not good. Right? So he imagines playing ball with said dog, and right now he's over there taking turns here. He's either playing hump the pillow or Emmett's my ball. So let us continue. Great question, Dontario. And again, when you buy the pearl, you get your emotions follow your state, right? You also get that your thinking follows your state, your behavior, your actions, what you do in love, right? You got to realize I'm willing to pay any fucking fine to save my dog. I don't imagine having to pay a fine. We didn't get any. Imagine that. We didn't get any fines.
No.
We blew every red light on the way there, right? We got up close, and I can see traffic is way out. Clear. Go. Yeah. Right?
I know.
True story.
Yeah.
All right. Let us continue.
Okay.
All right.
The next question is from Dream Driven Day Jeff. Prune the vine versus revision. And Jeff asks, what is the difference between pruning and revision, and when to play with what?
Cool. So they dance well together. So pruning the vine is, so I think this is lesson 1 or 2 in Dream Driven Day. Dive back into that. That this absolute first bit, stop it. Right? Now I'll go back to Don's question. Okay, Bruce has this funny little habit. Whenever he's hurt or upset about something, he basically apologizes for existence.
I know.
Right? He lays on the ground and looks at you like, I didn't mean to exist. I'm so sorry. It's like,
And
dude.
all I got to say is, let me see it, and he rolls.
Yeah, and he rolls over.
back.
So he's learned that lesson, right? But it's really cool because this whole thing with stop it, right? When I see dog, ball, and puddle of blood, I can go anywhere, right? Stop it, right? I'm in charge of where the bus goes. I'm the backseat billionaire. So radio, so all the other systems follow me. So this whole thing of pruning the vine, if I would have lost it and she would have lost it, and there'd be a plant outside with a dog underneath.
I know. Yeah.
Right? On the other hand, this whole thing of like radio, okay, I'm revising even having seen him hurt. right? I'm imagining playing ball with him. So happy loving puppy dad, revises what he saw. Happy loving puppy dad revises the reaction to what happened. Happy loving puppy dad is happy he's a puppy dad. So everything can proceed from there. And it doesn't take, there's a lot of people teaching a lot of things, all these brainwave recordings and all that bullshit. If I had to stop and do a 5-hour brainwave recording, the results would have been disastrous. So I don't add any of that stuff in. So I think that's a good beginning. Let's see how else we answer both Don and Jeff's.
Simon Peter.
That's right. What do we admit? The honorable and the dignified. So, Victoria.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff, for your question.
Yeah, and Don for your question.
Dontario before
Dontario.
That, yes. And 24 answers
Jeff
so
needs a
far.
song.
Jeff needs a song.
Yeah, Jeff, we're going to work on a song for you next time.
Okay.
Diane, welcome to the show. Oh, there he is. Doctor in the Brian is in the house.
The next question is from Monah on Facebook, The Negative Voice. And Ramona asks, the negative voice I'm hearing, how to evict it?
Oh, right. So here's the cool thing, right? Inside of you is the Itty Bitty Shitty Committee. And you can join that. It only costs you everything that you own, right? You can also combat against the Itty Bitty Shitty Committee. It will only consume everything that you own, right? Now, here's the cool thing. The Itty Bitty Shitty Committee is like an old black and white television set in the corner of one room in an apartment building that you are. It's not a big deal. So you got this little negative voice. How do you evict it? You could try to edit it. You could try to control it, so on and so forth. I just hear it differently. One of the things that we explored.
You often use humor. Humor into
I bring humor into it. You know what I mean? It's there. Now here's the thing. That tiny little negative voice. Don't cross the street. Don't talk to strangers. Don't cross the street to talk to a stranger. Right? Stay on the same side of the street, talk to somebody that I know, but there's nobody here and I'm lonely. Right? Yeah. Your that negative inner voice has a positive intention. It's called protection. Right? It's good not to walk out in front of the bus. Let's just be really honest. I don't imagine crossing the street and go, fuck it, there's the bus, and walk out in front of it. Right? When the little voice says, wait a moment, I go, right. Right? I do. Right? Let the bus pass and then go. Right? So I wouldn't go to combat against this darn thing. I just notice, look, you give rise to the voice. If it's useful, it's useful. If it's not, disregard. You ever get junk mail, Victoria?
No, fortunately we don't, because we're at the end of the street, the last house on the big street.
Yeah, a lot of it ends up in the bin before it comes into the house.
Some of it, we do get some, but not much
but
at
not
all.
much, right? Yeah, because they have to carry it far to get to us, right? And so here's what's really cool. When you realize you're God having the adventure of a lifetime, it's like living at the far end of the street. And the junk mail people just go, I'm not going to walk that far.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not paid to do that.
Yeah, for the 3 cents I'm going to make by putting this in someone's litter box, right? I'll put 2 in someone else's.
Yes.
So it works out for me.
I think for Ramona as well, like what you just said about pruning the vine.
The
the
fits,
negative
doesn't
voice,
it? Yeah.
do you know what
Stop
I mean?
it.
Just stop it and realise that you're not in state. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I tell you, you don't want to join in that guy with ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. He's probably lying about all this. Like, you really don't have a chance in life, right? He's a liar. Right? By the way, so the first thing, stop it. Just radio, not listening. Second thing, here's the other extreme that I do. I go, look at me fucking go. Look at me go. I am insane. Right? When something crazy is going on in there, look at that. That is absolutely nuts. Right? I just dismiss it.
Cool.
All right.
Excellent.
Cool.
So,
and one more. Let's do the crass commercial, right?
For
ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. Look at Tony Doyle. You beat me to it. Dude.
Yes.
Love you. Right? So here's what's really, really cool. So ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. Week 1, we deal with this thing called triggers. And we reveal that there's no trigger outside of you. Right? But me telling you that doesn't matter. You exploring it for a week with us and then moving on to week 2 and discovering how loopy you are gives you the room to actually do manifesting methods, which we cover in week 3. Right? Why do we wait 3 weeks to cover manifesting methods? Because you got to get a grip on your triggers. You got to stop being loopy, and then you have a chance. Right?
Just for you.
I declare, right? Just for you, right? Not for the other 10,000 people that have done it, right? Just for you. All right. That's pretty good. We'll keep Ramona, stay tuned. We're going to keep answering this as we continue. Ashley, were you here when I was talking about you and Dr. Brian? Week 1. Look at my crazy. Oh my God. Isn't it true? I don't remember. Anyway. All right. Let's go.
Cool.
Look at our cool kids. Coral, get a grip on the trigger. Tony Doyle, hashtag notice the loopiness.
Yeah. And Ashley said, yep.
All right. Cool.
She was.
All right.
The next question's from Chelsea on Facebook. My family struggles and complaints.
Yeah, my family.
And Chelsea asks, how to believe I can have a financially free life when everyone around me is struggling, including my family, who has always complained about there never being enough.
You know, like 99% of the people on the planet are passive imaginers, right? They just look at what's going on and they go, that's the way it is. I look at stuff and go, oh my God, what can I build with that, right? I was the kid that took his toys apart. I'm the kid that puts things together in ways they haven't been before. And, isn't
They
that
might
right?
not function anymore, but
It's going to be a very different experience when I'm done with you.
yes.
So here's what's really, really cool. You're not your family, right? They may have born you. They may have raised you. You may eat Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know what part of the world you're from. But, you know, here's the thing. Somebody's got to lead. I am an avid student of history, not the boring shit that Mr. Fedorko taught back in school, high school, Catholic school. But I'm a massive student of history, just noticing what goes on in the world and what goes on in people, right? Because 100 years ago, so like right now, what is this, 2023?
Yes.
Yeah, 100 years ago, it was 1923.
Really? Wow.
I'm also really into mathematics, right? So I'm into history and mathematics. So 100 years ago, 1923, right? Shit had hit the fan, Yasmin Maxwell, right?
Oh, yes,
there she is. So shit had hit the fan, right? I mean, shit was hitting the fan. I mean, there was a lot of good shit going on. In 1927, things started getting a little weird. 1929 came around, and everything was fucked. Right? But there were world wars back then. There were loogies back then. There was all kind of stuff. Right? And there were those that 100 years, I mean, their families are still, there's some people in their families 100 years ago and their families today are still stuck. There are other people that said, I'm going to make a difference in the world. I'm going to make a difference in my world. I'm going to make a difference. I'm choosing to actively do something. And it all starts with being an active imaginer, because if your friends, if your family, if they're struggling, cool, lift them up. And at the same time, lift you up. Start imagining abundance to the point where something moves. You'll know if you've been moved. And that's the biggest key with this, because if you, and I'll just be really blunt here, okay, a lot of people use their family as an excuse, right? I won't invest in something. I won't do manifesting mastery because my wife will be something or another. Let me ask you a question. Are you glad I made the program up? Are you glad you did it?
Yeah.
Are you glad that we stopped doing it a few weeks ago and have to pick it back up again? That's called honesty.
Yeah.
Right? But you still get benefit from it.
Yeah.
So my suggestion, use these tools for a lot of different things. We've got the free things. What's that? EasyManifestingMethods.com. You get the daily email, those videos. We've got the paid programs. The key is it takes a little effort to do this, and most people won't put it in. They would just passively imagine they'll put the least amount of oomph in and just accept that, that they got to wait till another president, another prime minister, another somebody. Hey, maybe someone will get imaginative and build a factory in this shithole of a town. Right? That's where I grew up. Hey, maybe someone will invest and put a factory in this town. I went, radio. Yeah, I'm doing something. So, there you go. Lift them up, lift you up, and use this stuff. Don't use them as an excuse, ever. I'm glad you asked this, Chelsea. It'll help a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, Victoria.
Okay.
Stretchy.
The next question
Look
is...
at that. My dog's... I'm not even going to say that. Hoo-ha.
The next question's from Dream Driven Day Maaike. Can you do...
Mikey.
Mikey?
Yes.
Why is there two A's then?
That's how she spells it. You know Mikey.
Okay.
Right. You just know her verbally, though. You don't know her by letters.
Dream Driven Day Maaike. Can you do a podcast on expectation.
Better yet, we'll do it in the show.
And
Nice.
DDD Maaike asks, so you noticed you expect something you hate. Then what? I know, change state.
I hate dumb questions.
Hang on, let me finish the dumb question first. No, yours is not a dumb question.
No, this isn't the dumb question of the day. Hey, there's Yasmin Maxwell. Why does he say these things?
Okay.
Yeah, can you imagine what's inside of his head? Anyway, yeah, you know what that dog is up to.
I'll
Emma.
start again. Okay.
All right.
So you notice you expect something you hate. Then what? I know, change state. But for me, it's a bit like jumping off a bridge and expecting not to break all your bones. How to play with expecting different. How do you know if you truly expect different? Because the mind will refer to what it knows from past experiences, I guess also to protect in some weird kind of way. This expectation thing puzzles me.
Isn't it great how this fits in with the earlier question? Yeah, this is really so good because what you are honestly expecting is what you are actually imagining. Right? If I expect an argument from her when I come home from the pool, and I go, "Yeah, I'm a happy, loving husband." Radio. Yeah. Anyway, I'm a happy, loving, having an argument with my wife, husband. Right? And this is what it really comes down to. That whole first week, the whole first 2 weeks of ManifestingMasteryCourse.com, dive back into those. Because the play in those first 2 weeks really help you nail this kind of thing. Because it's not just about quote-unquote changing state. It is. But it's about noticing how you're triggering yourself into that. Because I'm honest to God, I'm imagining her yum for lunch.
It's going to be.
Right? Now, she sends me to the store to buy things.
Yes.
And one of the things that she sends me to the store to buy this morning, they don't have. And I honestly don't know if it's part of lunch or not. But I still imagine a yummy lunch.
Oh, that's why you bought the other thing.
I bought the other thing in case, right?
Right.
Because it's like, just in case.
Yeah, just
right?
in case.
Right? Yeah, then I can whip up something different, right?
Yep, got
we'll
you.
still have yummy lunch. But it wasn't like I planned it. It's like they done the one thing right, then I see this other thing, and I go, oh, I could have fun with that, right?
Yeah.
So what you honestly expect, the other side of the coin here, I bet there's somewhere in what you're doing where you're selling the pearl. Because, Pearl, powerpack.com, crass commercial. This whole thing with the pearl, I expect good shit because I know where the driver of the bus sits. I actually know who's in charge of where the limousine goes. And that's the big key with this here, because if you're expecting shit, you're going to get it. Right? If you're imagining good but expecting bad, you're believing that there's a power out there outside of you doing something. Right? I do notice shit happens because of prior imaginings, and I'm fine with that. Tamika, welcome to the show.
Wow. Hi,
So,
Tamika.
nice to see you.
Haven't seen you in ages.
So, expectation, I expect the podcast to have crushed it. Right? Can I doubt that at any time? Absolutely. Can I return to it, the expectation of it crushing it? Absolutely. Right? Here's the other side of the coin. Your dwelling place. I love that Neville Goddard said the state that you most commonly return to is your dwelling place. So you can be doing great. I could come home and there could be smoke coming out of the kitchen and shit smelling like it's burned. And it's like,
Let's go out for lunch.
right. It could be, it's going to be a shitstorm. Right. And then it's like, Mom, I got to go. Right. And I hear, she's on the phone with her mother and the lunch is on fire. Right. But if I drop it there, it's good. And imagine, she's going to be bitchy now. Right? It's horrible, right?
This new voice is Charles from the pool.
Yeah, it is inspired by Charles. Right? On the other hand, right, whenever I actually go, radio, I'm still moving back into yum, right? And the craziest shit can happen. And it can be like, hey, you want to go out? Or you want to eat that?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah,
Could be.
Boom, there
Different.
you go. Right? Different is better than better.
Yeah.
So it's that thing of you keep returning to your dwelling place. It seems like shit's hitting the fan. All right, shit's hitting the fan. I'll turn the fucker off. All right? Clean it later. Maybe I'll outsource it. Yeah, we'll have Timmy come in. Timmy, go clean that fan.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's where I'd begin. I'm sure I'll have more to say of it in podcasts. So, Mikey, thanks for asking.
Cool.
I hope I got somewhere. Every now and then I answer a question. I was going to email Lisa Ann LaRock last week because we answered your question, which is coming up next.
Yes.
But it was a different question back then that I'm talking about now.
Yes.
And sometimes I go, God damn it, I feel like I just went pretty loopy in there. I hope I answered your question. Right? So, this goes to everyone. If I ever not answer your question,
It's because he's gone off somewhere else.
Yeah, it's just that because I've managed to go visit somebody else's farm, right? So, let me know. So, all right. I hope I answered your question. I answered somebody's question. Yeah.
And the last question today is from Dream Driven Day, Lisa Ann LaRock.
That's right.
Honesty and
look at that.
ownership. And Lisa asks, hello, 20 in Victoria. 20 said,
I love this.
yes, quote, so being on the adventure, let's play more. Get 100% okay and 100% open and 100% honest about your desires.
That's a lot of 100%. Dark mockery. Welcome to the show.
And Neville spoke of, if you must spend but $1, do so as if it were a dry leaf and you the owner of a boundless forest. Please tell us more about honesty and ownership as it pertains to manifesting. Thank you, Lisa.
I think one of the sneakiest ways where people slow down is being unwilling to simply be honest. Honesty requires noticing. What were we talking about with noticing earlier today? Or something we were talking about with noticing. But noticing, just think about some of these little common quotes. Your awareness of being is God. Consciousness is the only reality. Right? There's a dozen of these that Neville uses, little subtle variations on these. And you really got to be honest about what are you actually imagining. It's that thing like, I'm imagining, having a great business, but meanwhile you're expecting the bills to pile up. So you get to notice, what am I actually really feeling it real? I'm making movies about a business, but I'm feeling as real as that. And you just get to get really, really freaking honest about what you're doing. So I look at this whole thing, you got to get honest about your desires. You also get to be honest about what are you actually imagining. Two sides of the coin here with honesty. Getting honest about your desires. What I want is always 100% about me. Happy, loving husband. That gives to her. Happy, loving teacher. That gives to you guys. Right? But if I make it about you must sign up for this particular course, neither one of us wins. It may or may not be the right course for you. It may or may not be the right time for you. So 100% okay, open, honest about desires and ownership.
So one thing that's come into my mind was on the Remarkable Call, and we were talking about, I think it was on the Remarkable Call, we were talking about ownership coupled with the feeling of accomplished and satisfied.
Yep.
So it is for manifesting, so in your Joseph Goddard's in the morning or something like that, to imagine maybe even going to bed at night,
sure,
feeling accomplished and satisfied after what you've achieved, done through the day, but there being a sense of ownership with it.
Yep.
So is that part of this as well? Is there this thing about honesty that maybe that, well, actually, I can feel accomplished and satisfied, and I've got this sense of ownership about it. But if I'm really honest with myself, is that sort of mixed up in there as well? Then how could I even possibly achieve that today? Or I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
I have no idea what you mean.
No, okay, all right. I'll leave that one alone.
That's okay. Well, you're talking. Go ahead.
No, I just wondered. Yeah.
I just wondered too.
Oh, okay, all right. Go ahead then.
Cool. Yeah, I remember toward the end when you had your Toyota, And we love this Toyota.
Yeah,
Right?
Tic
We call this Toyota Tic Tac. And this Tic Tac, we loaded a lot of heavy shit on and a lot of big shit in.
Yeah.
Right? It was just a little hatchback Corolla. But God
amount of
bless that
things
little car.
We had
shit hanging out
trailing
the
out
windows.
of the boot, tied onto the roof.
Exactly.
It didn't have roof racks. We just tied it on.
Just like, yeah, we got some pool noodles. We'll use that.
Yeah.
Right? And our garden hose.
Some rope.
Right? So we had a lot of fun there. And there came a time where Victoria wasn't owning the car anymore. She liked it. She appreciated it. She respected it. She still got it serviced. She still washed it. But she was, I could tell there was a shift. It's sort of like she wants something different.
You know what happened, and I get that, because when it clicked over the 300,000 kilometre mark on the odometer
Sure,
reading,
called brand new on a Toyota.
well, anyway, it clicked over that. So I'm driving around and it's like 320,000 or something, and I'm thinking, well, I'll just wait. So that's what happened, and it really did become, I totally get that, because I thought, I'll wait, like, because it only ever needed a grease and oil change in its entire life,
it was a
occasional
fabulous
brakes and
car.
tyres, that was it. And I thought, I'll wait until something like drastic happens, like,
Right.
oh, you need a new automatic transmission or something like that, and I'll just
right.
go, oh no, ditch it.
Right.
You know, I won't bother keeping it going. And it's almost like that was the change.
That was the change,
That
right,
was
right.
like,
Yeah.
so what? And I didn't actually even think about what sort of car I would get. I just thought, well, that'll be the time that I'll just get rid of it.
So the Toyota starts entering into the past. And so I'm smoking a cigar with my pal Mal one day. He did Triple D.
Pall Mall.
My pal Mal. And he mentions about picking up a real nice Bimmer. Well, Mal doesn't know that I've imagined collecting black BMWs, right? Just for something to do. Other people could do one thing, I do something different. So I'm imagining collecting black BMWs. I don't even think I told you about this. But I come in and we're talking, and I tell her, Mal just got this BMW SUV thing. And she goes, I want it.
No, I said, show me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when I said, yeah, I'll have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Boom. That fast.
Yeah.
Right? No discussion on price or anything. I just reach out to him, right? Let us know. All right? And he cleaned it up, did what it took, shipped it down, new car, really nice, right? But it's like this, the thing with her honest desire was to have a different car. Right? The ownership, it was like she was already letting go of Tic Tac. And then we got the other car. And she did something really nice with Tic Tac, which is a little bit beyond today's show. But it's just really lovely to just notice. And so we got a great deal on the car, right? And it's a great car. We've done nothing to it. Just got a basic service, and that was it. And how easy was it to shift into owning your BMW?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
And there's the thing. You have to be honest about your desires. I mean, she enjoyed Tic Tac, respected Tic Tac, even to the end, right? And it wasn't like, oh, we're just going to sell it to a scrap heap. She did something really lovely. But this whole thing of just really, really getting, if you're honest about your desire and you're honest about what you're imagining, you're going to find this really, really easy. And it is honestly 100% about you. So I think I nails that fairly well. Lisa, how'd I do? Let me know. Anything else from you, Victoria?
No.
Cool. By the way, ownership, right? So let's take this relationships real quick. Ready? I don't own her. I do own my state. Happy, loving husband. And that gives to her. Okay, get where I'm playing with any of this. Yeah, even with my car, even with my puppies. Okay, I love her. Happy, loving husband. I can own that state. And I can love her. Grab the dog by the face. That's right. All right. And then the dog comes in. What? Go eat your brother. Uncle Joe will be happy. That's right. All right. Ashley says, nailed it. Q says, thanks, Victoria Lynn. That's right.
For my confusion.
Well, confusion leads to further understanding.
Well, where did I put it?
Where did you put it?
Oh,
Where'd it go? Oh, no.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Lisa. I'll,
Still want to explore your part of the thing a little more?
I don't know where
Because I'm curious. There's a state called confusing husband. That's right. See, I'm going to the pool.
100% okay, 100% open, and 100% honest about your confusion, Victoria.
That's right. Very well.
Okay.
All right.
No, I don't. I don't know what else to ask. What, if there's anything else there you think?
You know what's cool? Later on, we'll have discussions about this. Right?
Yeah,
just little tiny chat, and it's lovely because, like, we could honestly, I've got this really cool little podcasty mic thing, and we could just fire that up and sit it on the table and just chat.
Yeah.
Because what shows up later is also gold, and
yeah. So often it'll be like, not I wish I'd thought of that to show how. But like,
they would know
different things.
They would know how cool you are if you said it then.
What? But just, yeah, how it would have opened up to more. But, yes. Okay, no, I don't know. So, if anyone else has got some ideas.
All right.
Otherwise, what we want to know is tell us, what was your hashtag? Strawberry bit.
There we go. Hoo-ha.
You go, babe.
I just like how they all work together. I tell you, so one of my off-the-record hashtag strawberry bits. So,
Off the record.
Off the record, right?
So I'm going to cut here.
Never, right? So,
Yes.
what's the pearlpowerpack.com? That's where you want to go, pearlpowerpack.com. I saw a question about the pearlpowerpack.com, but I don't know who asked it, so go to pearlpowerpack.com. So, so I wanted to, I love the way Lisa asks questions. And so, when I was going to email her this morning, and so I got my little thing or private messenger, and it's like radio. So it's like, okay, before I text Lisa, let me put the post up, and so I'm putting up the post, and then a chat window with Lisa pops up, for today's show. It's like score. This shit's really fast,
that happened,
gang.
like last week, you were about to text her. She'd already had a question.
Already had it?
Already
Yeah.
had one in there.
Yeah, get 100% okay, open and honest about your desires.
So where were you going with that when you said that? I don't know when you said that. Was that in a podcast? Was it?
I have no idea where I say a lot of things.
No. Yeah.
Right. So it's really cool because I'm 100% okay with asking you. I've got a desire to ask you. I'm 100% okay diving into your question. 100% open to whatever you toss out. Just toss it at me, baby. Right? Yes. I'll be swinging the bat. Just like that's the whole thing. Some people wait for the perfect ball. Right? I just swing the bat and I know someone will throw something. Right? That bat will hit something. I used to. There was this martial arts master. He came to one of Bob's classes, and he was the master of the 6-foot bow staff, and he could spin the staff so fast. We were throwing marbles at him, right? And the marbles would he didn't vary what he was doing. He just kept the stick in motion. And no matter where you threw, it would just bounce off the bow staff. Just really freaking impressive. So, 100% okay, 100% open, 100% honest about your desires. Yeah. Cool. That's it. Swing the stick.
Okay.
All right. And you, Victoria?
I think I like how a lot of them were about. I like the question about pruning the vine and revision. The difference.
Cool.
A lot of. Well, I know I got confused with all of that initially, and I can really see how they both bounce off each other. Like they're just fabulous work combining them. Do you know what I mean? Like pruning the vine, cutting some off, and then revising your bad into good, good into great. And how a few of those questions were about pruning the vine. Just stop it. Cut.
By the way, one of the things this has shown up in a couple conversations this week, the whole idea of you can't. This showed up in a couple different conversations this week. One pops to mind about if you do this, like Neville says something like, if you honestly believe this, you can't help but share it. And pruning the vine is probably the most small bit way you can share this. Because when somebody starts going on their bullshit, you can just tell them, hey, stop it. Do you really want to keep repeating that story? Stop it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, just that much. There's the beginning of teaching the teaching. You don't have to talk about Neville. You don't have to talk about awareness of being as anything. You can just tell them, look, ready? Stop it.
Yeah.
You've said this story every day for the past 3 years. Right? What's it given to you? right? What's it giving to us? You got something better you can do, right? Stop it. So.
Yep.
So, Victoria.
Okay.
So she said this morning, she goes, so I got not 1 but 2 packs of chicken thighs, right? And she said, should we have 1 or 2?
Dumb question.
And my first thought is, stop it. Why would you even think like that, woman? Right?
Yes.
We got 2 packs of chicken thighs.
Yeah. So we're cooking both, of course.
That's right.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. So meanwhile, go to easymanifestingmethods.com.
Go there, do that.
Join your 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Go there, do that. Or wait 3 years. So we've had some really lovely people start up this week, and I'm just getting there like day 3 updates. Oh God.
Oh, ace.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Those make my day.
Yeah. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. All right. And comment like Beth does. You're not like the rest. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And Luke, I am your father. Nice to see you again. I saw you commenting during the show. I missed
good
some of
one.
them. I'll be looking back at them. Tony Doyle, thanks for putting up the link. Appreciate that. So, Victoria.
So.
I am so looking forward to yummy lunch.
Yeah, well, you got to go to the
That's
first.
right.
And I've got to edit a show while I cook.
That's right.
Okay. Have a great weekend, you guys. We'll catch us next week.
Love you guys. See ya.